weeks ago.
You are now being recorded.
Congratulations.
So no precious.
Well, here, let's see.
I can look at it on my phone.
Like-
Okay, I'm gonna keep one myself then.
Okay, good.
It's 2 pages.
Bakers?
I mean, like,
2 pages.
Okay.
the reptilian conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I apologize for the gray text of the pitch page.
Let me rephrase that. I apologize for the gray text.
Your second play is not
Are
in
we
single
moving
black
your
and white.
theories to the gray area?
Yes, it's not just black and white.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Is it just me or is it getting
Well, do you know
deep
about the
here?
real chick? Never mind.
No, it's just getting slightly alcoholic.
Ah.
yeah, so my job evaporated a couple days ago, and usually I would use the printer there. So I completely forgot that
Connections
I had
Connections, it
Yes.
has evaporated. It's not died.
it's my full-time employment there certainly has. Yeah, but usually I would use their printers and it would work fine, but didn't have that anymore, and I realized late that I didn't have printing capabilities at home, and so Bryce's household has assisted me, which is great. Well, are we all ready?
Monolith Smith.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
it.
That was one of my earliest experiences.
Yes, very fun. You also did the art design for that production, as I recall.
I did, yeah.
Awesome
The T-shirt that has the moon and the sun in yin yang on it.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was back then when I was doing some occasional graphic design work. Anyway, hi, I'm Cameron Cooper. Most of y'all know me. There's a couple faces I don't recognize on this side of the table. Welcome. For the benefit of the record and for y'all, I'm a Baker Shack regular of some 10, 11 years now, depending on how you count. I started in 1999 with Midsummer Night's Dream. It took me a couple of years to get enough experience through auditions to get up on the stage, which I started in 2001 as Banquo in a Rice Players co-production of the Scottish play, which is pretty cool. This would be my first time directing, if I were to be so chosen. But I've been on the acting side of things, and I've done lots of general director work. I've done quite a bit of fight choreography, battle scenes, and in my professional, everyday day job sense, I've done a fair bit of leadership as well. I don't think I'm likely to be intimidated by the prospect of managing a play. I might, in fact, be a little stricter than most of the directors that we've come across with. I would like to make sure that we get everyone in and working on time, so that we don't waste precious time that y'all can be doing homework in. As I mentioned earlier, I no longer have full-time employment. I consider myself self-employed now, but so I'd probably have a certain amount of schedule flexibility for this year, which would be real nice considering how much time play sucks up. And certainly, even if I had a job, I think I'd be able to swing it. I figure if I can do Prospero under those circumstances, I can probably manage directing too, as that's every night instead of almost every night. So I'm real familiar with the technical and personnel strictures of Baker Shake. So far as it used to be performed in Baker, at least. I don't know what exactly the technical structure around here is. I don't even know if we have access to like all the stuff in the basement or whatnot. But
Yeah, we do. Question mark.
Like,
There is a basement in this thing.
Well,
Yeah.
there is a basement, but it's not going. It doesn't have anything in it. But we do have access to Baker's
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
We just have to give them advanced notice.
Yeah. Which is
Notice,
okay. Well,
yes,
that's good in case we want to use some of the 100 chairs that I made for Much Ado a few years ago. Stairs. Yeah.
What to say? Chairs?
No. Well, they could be
Stairs?
used as
Yes.
they could be used as chairs. But yeah, so we have
We
a
have
whole
13
whole ton of two-step stairs that we went and made. Let me tell you a little bit about my sort of artistic vision. I'm not real interested in Shakespeare in whatever time period. I'm really what I really want is good, solid theater, and I sort of believe that anything that gets in the way of the text and a reasonably faithful performance of the text it should probably be considered very carefully if you want to do that. And most of my pitches, you'll see, try to take pains to stay out of sort of the injecting too much of myself into the play. That's concept can help. I don't know if I trust in myself to come up with one that does. So I would rather have a nice, clean, fast-paced, understandable Shakespearean Shakespeare, which is what my goal would be. I understand that we're looking at doing auditions before break this year. It's unfortunate that the competitive environment on campus is such that we can't wait until next semester, but that will give us a chance to do a read-through before the winter break and ask the actors to become familiar with, if not memorize, their lines during that time. I do intend to do a good bit of table work wherein we make sure that everyone understands exactly what they're saying and what they're doing, which is something that's real important in Shakespeare. So I don't want people to memorize their lines before we're able to go through that process, but it would be really helpful if people were familiar with them. Any questions? No? Okay, great. Well, let's move on to an actual pitch for the show. And if you go on to the lovely gray sheet for As You Like It. I'm sorry about the your eyes in this partially dim room, but it's better than
it
nothing.
was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't know. The actual amount of lumens in here might be greater than the Baker Library, but I'm not sure the effect is all that different.
If you're right under it, it's nice and bright.
So As You Like It was not a play that I would have considered out of the whole canon of Shakespeare if I'd had no guidance, but seeing on the short list, I went and read it. And I started thinking about what we should do in Duncan here this year, since it's a unique opportunity in the history of Baker Shake to be able to use this different space that we have downstairs. It's a much wider area. It has some architectural elements, and it doesn't really lend itself to what we traditionally do in Baker Shake as a bridge stage. So I figured we could do something a little different and stretch a bit. And so as I was reading As You Like It, I discovered that it was a very intimate play. Almost every scene in As You Like It, except with perhaps the exception of the very end scene, where, as in every Shakespearean comedy, almost every Shakespearean play, everybody in the whole cast gets on stage and resolves the plot. And or gets married.
Married or buried?
Yeah. And this is a classical Shakespearean comedy, so they get married, and no one actually dies. Even the bad guys end up with nice fates.